Did you know that you could buy an apartment in a building in New York City, and that building might not own the land that it was built on? Welcome to another twist in New York City real estate known as a land lease building. In this video, I'm going to tell you what it is, give you some pros and cons, and let you decide whether you want to purchase in one or not. The gist is, somebody owns a piece of land. It might be vacant, it might have a structure on it. They allow a builder to build a building on it in exchange for a rent. A contract is drafted, and in that contract it has the lease rent along with some terms, and that's how you get a land lease building. Typically these leases are for a 100-year term. Here are some pros to purchasing in a land lease building. You tend to get more bang for your buck. What does that mean? That means that your purchase price is usually less for larger apartments. Also, these buildings tend to be co-op buildings. However, with condo-esque rules, they're more lenient. So if you're purchasing in a trust, if you're a foreign buyer, or if you're an investor looking to rent out an apartment, this building tends to be easier to do those things. Here are some cons to the land lease building. Although the purchase price will be lower, your monthly carrying costs will be higher. So remember, now you're going to have your maintenance fee and you're going to have the rent for the land lease. Also keep in mind that a lot of these land leases have what's called an escalation clause, which means that after X amount of years, the rent will go up. Also keep in mind that if you're financing to purchase in one of these buildings, that let's say you're getting a 30-year fixed and there's 20 years left to the land lease, the bank is going to give you some issues to borrow money to purchase in that building. And also keep in mind that in real estate, land appreciates, buildings depreciate, so don't expect the value of your property to go up substantially. What happens when these 100-year leases expire or come close to expiring? Typically these buildings try to renegotiate the deal. Obviously the building's going to hope for a lower rent. Landlord will probably want to get a higher rent. There is a possibility of staying the same, but there's also a possibility of there being a stalemate, nothing happened, and the risk of the landowner taking the land back and you losing your asset or your property you're in the building, that can actually happen. The most common real estate landowners in New York City are the government agencies, such as the Port Authority, which owns all of Battery Park. In that case, you'll probably be okay with the renegotiation of the land lease. The next biggest one is the Roman Catholic Church. They own a lot of land. In that case, you'll probably be okay as well with the negotiation of the land lease. The last and the most riskiest one is an individual owner or corporation. And that is why it's good to have an experienced real estate broker, an experienced real estate attorney, and a real estate banker that's very experienced on your team working for you through this process so they can help you with the due diligence and let you know the risks of purchasing in one of these buildings. If you have any questions regarding land leases, or anything else to do with New York City real estate, feel free to reach out and I'll catch you next time.